Hello, today I will be giving a tutorial on Autodesk Inventor. It'll probably be a series of tutorials since, there's just such great software, you can do so many things with it. So, you want to start off with clicking New up in the corner to make a new thing, and then an IPT is what you're going to use for just about everything. So, you just want to click the standard IPT and click Create down in the corner. And this is Autodesk 2013, but I know 2012 is almost exactly the same, and 2014 and 2011 should be very similar as well. So the first thing you gotta do is make a 2D sketch. So, and usually you want to select the front face. It doesn't really matter, it'll just be the orientation of it. So here you got to, is where you're going to make your first kind of side of it, or your first part. So usually if you're making something square, like you can just take a rectangle up in the corner, or you can do the same thing using 4 lines, but a rectangle is just easier. And then whenever you make something, you always want to dimension it. So if you're making other stuff interact with it, you can just make it all work. So we can put this to 5, and it'll automatically do the unit for you. I don't know where that, sometimes the screen messes up. It'll automatically do the unit for you. The default unit for mine is inches. It should default to whatever the standard unit is for your area. So in the US it'll do like the US standard, and you notice about anywhere else it'll do metric, but you can change it. So that was 5 inches. If you make this one 30 millimeters, if we want that, you just have to type in the unit symbol at the end. I can keep it in inches, so let's make it just 3 inches. So once you have a shape, you click Finish Sketch up in the corner, and see that little yellow dot there? That's the center of it, and we built a little off center, so every time you go to a view, it'll orient it to the center, so we just have to readjust the screen. And now some of the controls are, you can zoom in and out using your mouse wheel, and you just click on the mouse wheel and drag it around. Or you can do all this stuff over here, so you click the little hand to pan it around, or this to orbit it around. And in addition to orbiting around, you can, this cube here, you can drag that around, or just select the face you want. And then if you press home, it'll put it back to this isometric view here. So once you have your shape, you'll click extrude, something like this, and then this is how far you want it to go out. So just make it 1/2 inch, and this will work with decimals or fractions. So there's 0.5, or you can do 1/2, and it'll do the same thing. So now there's like your main shape. Now you can go back to create a 2D sketch, but now you have to select one of these. So if I select this face, now I'm editing this face, so I can put the sketch on that. So if we want to make a bottom part come out, just put the line, and whenever you're going to make something you're going to extrude, it has to be sealed off, otherwise it won't work. Don't want that. So to dimension, you just click on the 2 lines you want to dimension it to. I'll make this one 1 inch. And so, alright, so when you have that, you can finish sketch again, and then if you click extrude, you can see that you can select this part or that part. So if we want to extrude this, say about like 2 inches, you press OK. So now we got this kind of L shape. And now if you want to cut something out of it, like say a circle, to get a circle, just click on the circle tool up there and just make a circle. And dimensioning for circles, you just click the circle, and then that measurement is the diameter. So say we want the diameter of 2, that might be too big. Yeah, that'll be too big. Let's just do it 1. And if you want to do the radius, you can just type in the radius, and then you just have to do multiplied by 2. And that's another good thing about this software, is you can put like math problems into stuff. So it's kind of, if you have like I don't know, it's just if you need addition or subtraction or multiplication in there, it'll do that too. And now we want to fully dimension all this. So if we put it, hold on, if we make this 0.75 just so it's not touching the edge. And then if you want to get rid of something, you can just, or if you have a tool selected, you can press escape and it'll get rid of the tool. And if you back click on something, you can delete it. And then to see how the circle isn't on the thing, so if you go up here and click move, you select the thing you want to move, and then you go over here and you click base point, and you can just click anywhere. And then you move it on. It's kind of weird how it makes you do that, but just put it there. And done. And now we can dimension it to that. Make it the same. And you finish sketch again. And now, if you want to get rid of something, press extrude again. And then you click over here, the second one down. That's a subtractive extrusion. So anything that's in that, it will delete. So I have a circle in there. And you can do all kinds of things. So say we want a part there, you can just extrude that out. And then if it goes the wrong direction like this, you want it to go that direction, you select down here and it'll change the direction. And now if you want it to go in both directions by that much, you can do that. Or that'll make it so it goes half of that in both directions. So that'll be the total thickness, and it'll divide that amongst both halves. Or you can do this last one, which is 2 separate ones. So if we want to go, say, 1 inch in one direction and half an inch in the other direction, we can do that. And then if you do something like that and you don't really want that there, it's easy to get rid of. You just have to put a sketch on one side of it. And then just do subtractive extrusion, and it just has to be longer than that. You can do something like, I don't know, like 30. It just has to be longer. And then I'll make that all flush. So that's pretty much all the basic stuff. There's a lot more you can do. Like if you want to kind of smooth an edge, you can click fillet over here, and then you select the edges and what you want the radius of the curve to be. So if you want a bigger curve, you can do like that, or smaller. Oh, sorry, 2 decimal points there. If you want a bigger one like that, and then click apply. If you press apply, it'll leave this window up so that you can do more. Like if we want around this one too. Or if you press OK, it'll close the window, so it'll assume that you're done. And then chamfer is kind of the same thing, except for instead of making a curve, it will make just a flat edge. And then this measurement is how long the actual face will be. Like you do big one, small one. And then there's a couple different options for it you can choose. This one will automatically put the two angles at 45. This one you choose the angle, and this one's the same thing. I don't really know what the difference is. They do the same thing though. So click OK. And so there's our weird messed up shape. And this hole here, if you want to make it so, say like a screw or a bolt is supposed to go through there, click up here to thread, and you click on the inside face of it, and you can change all the settings in here, but usually it'll already be kind of how you want it. And see, now that's threaded so you can twist a bolt through there. Now, if we want to make something that, like another bar like this, that's out here, so it's not directly up against something, we can't. If we make a plane on it, it won't work because it's not where we want it. So if you go over here to the plane and then offset from plane, you can select this one and you choose how offset you want to be. So say 1, then a little check mark, and now there's a work plane there, so you can edit it. So if we click on that, and then if we want this same exact thing, we can go up here to project geometry. Hold on. Go up here to project geometry and then select this. Now that whole thing is on that plane. And now we can just do the same thing with extruding that. Like that. And now this work plane is still here. So you find it, to get rid of that, you can find it over here. So it's work plane 1. And you can back click on it, and visibility is checked. You can just unselect visibility. And it'll still be there, but you just won't be able to see it in your model. So now we can, if you go up here on the top, you can set a material. Oops. We don't want that. This just changes the color. So you press escape to get rid of it. And then, so I want to go up here and you can select from a bunch of different materials. So say there's driftwood. Now it'll look like driftwood, which you can actually change it so that it thinks that the part is made. Right now, because this is just the appearance, it just gives the appearance of driftwood. You can change it so if you go to physical properties analysis, it will give you like its mass, its density, its weight for the dimensions of material it's made out of. Right now, we just change the appearance, so it'll still just have stuff for the ABS plastic, which that's what most 3D printers print in. So if you wanted to print this, it wouldn't actually look like this. It would just be the normal whitish ABS plastic. Yeah, I guess I'll end it here. That was all the basic stuff. You can get more in-depth stuff later. So, see you guys there.